final lap.
You're looking good. Careful, you'll melt the tires.
Welcome to Victory Lane. You made it. Congratulations, you place first. Now list your name with the other champions.
Okay guys, welcome. We are finally here. I am finally ready. And it's been a long time since I've streamed, so please forgive me. I've forgotten everything. I do not know what I'm doing anymore. I'm old hat, like I have no idea how to stream. It's all good. I think I've got everything ready now though, which is the main thing. One thing I will say, we do have 2 money matches coming at you today. Starting us off, we're going to have pSi versus DM. These are our 2 teams that lost the previous money matches. They lost to, I think it was aSh and Red, respectively, if I remember correctly. And it looks like the sirens are back out in force outside. God knows what's going on in the UK right now. But starting us off, we've got a PvT between Michael and Tousan. We've got a TvZ between Kiko and Keen. We've got a TvT between SCVFORCE and SoBang. Both of these players are brand new to their team, so I don't know what they're going to bring to the table. And then we've got Prase versus Twinkle. Now, Twinkle is a new player for DM. Not really sure what to expect from him either. What we'll do is we'll jump in to announce the map stats to begin with. Because this is a map some of you may have never seen, or if you've been following the STPL for a long time, you will not have seen this since Season 1. It's one of my favourite maps in the entire game. It was actually one of the first maps I ever saw in Proleague. This was, well, actually, no, that's not true. This is from 2010. It just feels like I have very vivid memories of this map. There was lots of really good games on this map. Even in the STPL, we saw we saw DeWalt lose to Scan here, but it was a really, really fun game. DeWalt, back when he was playing on SK, that team has been dead for a very, very long time. There was a lot of drama related to that, but that's not too important. This is going to be a TVP. We have Terran in a 5-3 advantage so far over Protoss. Let's see if Michael can hold up the Protoss race here, or is Tousan going to be able to bring it forward and extend the lead as we get into game number 1. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand corner, we do have the yellow Terran fighting from Chile. It's Tousan. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom left-hand corner in the magenta, fighting for pSi from Bulgaria. It's Michael. Now, I'm not sure what it's like in Europe for you guys, but in the UK right now, it is absolutely boiling. So we've hit that period of the year where it makes it basically impossible for me to concentrate on anything. So if I miss anything, please do not hate me. I am I'm struggling a lot today, so hopefully it's all going to go swimmingly. I was a little bit anxious about doing this because I've not done it for ages, but it should all go fine. Hopefully we've got some good games coming on up. Yeah, LML says another summer, another kick stream complaining about the weather. Why do you think I'm not starting STPL Season 5 until September? I am not going to put myself through trying to stream in summer again. I'm never going to do that again. People are going to be like going out places and stuff this summer, hopefully, because I know a lot of people will be vaccinated by the height of summer. But the main thing is, like, it was hell. I can't deal with heat at all. I've actually got air conditioning coming this weekend, so I am very happy. LML saying he enjoys the heat. You're a crazy person. Why would you enjoy the heat? You're insane. Tatsuni says he grew up in the desert and spent the majority of his life in hot climates, so he likes the heat. That's fair enough. I grew up in the grey and rainy UK, and then because of climate change, it got ridiculously hot. So that's my problem. And the other problem that the UK has is it's very, very, very humid. Like, it's never dry heat, it's always really wet. So even if you sweat, it can't evaporate, because the air is basically full of water already. So you just can't cool off. Dry heat is so much better. Like, dry heat is like, I was in LA a few years ago. Well, I was in Anaheim, and like, it was dry heat. It was like 38 degrees or something, and it was fine. Like, it was actually perfect. Like, it was warm, but there was a breeze. It felt cooling. And it's all good. Like, humidity was crazy. Yeah, tact. We don't have many Americans in the chat right now, so none of us know none of us know Fahrenheit. I think it's mostly Europeans on at the moment. Now, going back to the game, we've actually got Tousan going for the one fact play. Not going to go for a barracks fast expand, which you can do on this map. You can actually build a bunker here. You can expand to the mineral only, or you can expand to the natural, which is a little bit further back. Meanwhile, looks like Michael is going for just a normal one-gate goon play at the moment. The probe did go down without really seeing anything. Yeah, anything above like 22 degrees for me is just like, no, in the UK. Like, it's I'm done. I actually had to go to my office today for the first time in like a few months. I went there for 3 hours. I got there, I was sweating like a pig because it was boiling outside. And then I sat in the office for 3 hours, my back started hurting, my neck started hurting, and I felt like shit. I hope I don't have to go back there for another month. But I'm really hoping I can continue working from home after all this is over, because if not, I'm just going to find another job where I can. Because I can't handle being in that place anymore, it's depressing as hell. Okay, we've got the Nexus coming in just after the command center, so Tousan gonna be the one expanding a little bit quicker, going for that bunker expand behind the factory, so he will be going for tanks first. Now, a good choice on this map is actually going for mine expand, but you can also, of course, go for a siege expand as well, which looks like is going to be more likely. Thing is, I live a 30-minute walk from my office, or like a 5-minute bus ride, but then you have to wait around for like 20 minutes for the bus to show up. And the walk is all uphill, both ways pretty much, because like half of it's uphill, half is downhill, so whatever way you go, you have to walk up a massive hill. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. They're trying to get me to like... I know I'm going into like personal stuff, and I know a lot of people don't like this very much when watching me cast, but I'm just kind of getting back into the flow of talking a lot in English because I don't really talk in English much anymore. But basically, yeah, they think that England is going to open back up again by July, and our clients want us to go support them on site at the end of July, and they want to send me in for a week. I don't want to go anywhere near London. The case numbers of COVID are going up like an insane amount right now, and it's only going to get worse. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of it, but I need to get out of it because I'm not going to put my health at risk to go to London. Like, I've not fucking locked myself in my house for like a year and a half just to go out and get COVID. Like, fuck that. Like, I'm almost fully vaccinated. I need like 10 more weeks and then I should get my second shot. And then like 3 weeks after that and I should be fine. Like, just leave me alone. Just let me work from home. Yeah, まあ覚悟してるんですよね. The wrong language. I've already kind of decided, like, what I want to do is, like, oh, this isn't good, the Dragoon's pushing forward, nothing to repair the bunker, this is the one problem. But there are 3 tanks here, one of them is not sieged, but the Dragoon is taking a lot of fire there. A second bunker going to come out, not a second bunker, a depot at the front, going to help all this off. But with 4 tanks, this is going to make it near impossible for Michael to be able to break into this again without the use of a shuttle. And that means Michael is going to have to look to take a 3rd base, which looks like he is. But yeah, I've kind of got it in my head, and I kind of have the feeling that I'm so fed up with where I work that I am just ready to quit. So I'm kind of hoping I can find another job before I have to quit, but if I don't and I quit before, hopefully I can like stream maybe more often while I'm searching for a new job and people will be able to help out a little bit. But I have enough money to like pay the bills for a little bit, but it's one of those things where I don't really want to put myself in any unnecessary risks. So it's really risky. Like, it's It's tough, but when you're so fed up with your job, it makes you depressed. Like, you kind of need to look for somewhere else. I've put up with this shit for like 5 years, and the last 3 years I've hated it. The only reason why I've got through the past year is because I've been working from home, and if they take that away from me, then I give up. Like, I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm at the point where I have enough knowledge in my head that I've not written down as well, that if I leave, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, because I'm like one of the only people that knows this really specific stuff, and no, I'm not going to write it down. Fuck that. That's my leverage. Well, they can promote me if they want, but I've been waiting for a promotion for 4 years that they've been promising me, and it's never happened, so I don't know. I doubt I'm going to get promoted. See, I document most stuff, but there is a specific set of knowledge that I've got about Sage that no one else knows. No one else knows how to support it, and I hate it because it means I have to do everything. But I also just can't be bothered to write it down. Yeah, thing is, like, getting promoted by, like, pretending about, by saying I'm gonna leave is a bit shit, and to be honest, the only thing that will keep me there is if they say I can work from work full-time from home. That's literally the only thing I want. I don't want a raise as well, but that's beside the point. I've not had a raise for like 2 years either, which is a bit shit. But that's why I'm gonna find another job. Okay, we are back to the games. There's still not many people watching at the moment. It has been a long time since the STPL has been on, so I'm guessing a lot of people probably aren't going to tune in today. But hopefully by the end we will get a load of people in, because there are going to be some sick matches, some sick matchups today. And the final game of today is going to be the Ghost King Radley himself against the grandfather of, or the all-father of Brood War, Liquid Drone. So that's going to be really, really good. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm really hoping that's going to be a good game. If that's a disappointing game, I'm going to be upset. But if you're wondering why it's been so long since the last SCPL cast, essentially the plan was to do kind of the money matches like once a week, but then due to some scheduling issues we couldn't get the games played, and then due to some scheduling issues with me I couldn't cast the games sooner, so it's been a little bit of a mess. I know things have been a little bit long, I know there's been a big break, but hopefully you guys have been enjoying Brood War. It's been a while since I've casted, so I'm kind of looking forward to doing it again. Hopefully we'll be able to get some money matches again soon. We do have a new team interested in joining the STPL ecosystem as well. Koreanyo from Korea. They were in, what was it? What was I going to say? They were in ASTL Season 2, and they want to join STPL, which is kind of cool. Cruiser is going to be organising the team, so we've got someone who speaks very good English in charge, which is really, really good. Makes things a little bit easier for all the other teams that are involved, other than, well, even Seoul, like only the players are Korean. Fuji doesn't speak Korean, so here we go. Looks like we are going to have Tousan push forward. Michael getting into a position to try and come in behind this. Let's see if this is going to work. This is a lot of Terran units. Where is all the Protoss right now? He's barely got anything. I think Tousan may have just won the game. I don't know if we saw... Like, I don't know what Michael was doing. I don't know if he's maybe trying to power a little bit too hard. But he just doesn't have any units. His units are stuck in a very terrible position right now. And he's got no way of flanking this army, and that mine was massive, doing a ton of damage to the Dragoons. This is bound to be game over. Absolutely nothing you can do here. And that is going to be the big, major problem. And there we go, GG, Michael taps out, Tousan takes game number 1. And I'll go into the foreign team thing in a minute, LML, because that's actually an interesting thing I do actually want to talk about. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with game number 2.
Alright, we're here, just sitting in the car. I want you to show me if you see? Do you know why we stopped the car?
Do I know why we stop? Do I know why we?
Yes.
What?
Do you know why we stopped the car?
Do I know why we stop? Do I know why we stop?
Yes.
What?
I forgot to close the door.
You forgot. Close.
Now just don't forget, this ain't kung fu. Come on again. Check and turn the signal to the right.
Check, turn, tick right.
Step on the gas, now turn to the right.
Step on the gas. Now turn to the right.
Check and turn the signal to the left.
Check, turn, signal to the check, turn left.
Step on the gas, now turn to the left.
Step on the gas. Now turn left.
Step on the brakes.
Step on the brakes.
Do you know why we stopped the car again?
Do I know why we stop? Do I know why we?
That's because you just got your license. Woo-hoo! Yes!
Okay guys, welcome back. We are going to be heading in to game number 2. It's going to be Keen versus Kiko here in pSi versus DM. We're going to be heading into Sin Chupung Ryeong, which is a map we used in Season 1. It's from the 2008 Incra OSL, the first OSL I ever saw, the first ever pro game I ever saw of Brood War, and really the tournament, or the finals that got me into Brood War, because I tuned in for the grand final. Fancy versus Stork, and I saw Fancy lose. Wait, Fancy lost that one, right? Yeah, Fancy lost that finals, but yeah, that was a really good finals. But either way, this is a very, very cool map. We didn't have many TvZs on this map back in 2018, so let's see how this is going to go. It's game number 2, Keen versus Kiko, and it's starting now. Okay, starting us off here in the bottom left-hand corner. His drone got a little bit bugged and stuck on an egg. It's Keen, fighting for DM. And his opponent spawning up here in the top right-hand corner in the red, fighting for pSi. It's Kiko, the blue. Now, just to bring up something that LML mentioned before, so we do have a new Korean team joining the STPL. They'll be joining for maybe some money matches in Season 5 moving forward. LML said, how about some more foreign teams? So the one problem I've had with foreign teams, it's not an issue as such, but the foreign teams that sign up usually sign up when they've just started, and there's no basis to know sort of how reliable they are. And one of the problems I have is I've let a load of new teams join the STPL, and their organization has been bad and they've dropped out midway. And it's kind of something that makes me scared a little bit. Also, Keen can't count. There's only... Wait, what? I not count. Oh, yeah, I can't count. There is 8 patches. Yeah, essentially, like, I need, if I'm letting a team in, I want to make sure that they're going to be organized, and that, essentially, they're not going to cause any problems, because it's not that I don't think Korean teams will do that, which is why I'm letting them in. It's the fact that I know Cruiser is a really good organizer, and he won't let something like that happen. And that's why even though Carreño is kind of like a new team, I don't mind letting them in, because I know that they're going to actually turn up and play. Because that's the thing that worries me the most. Like, giving walkovers sucks. Making teams turn up and, like, to play their games and then the other team doesn't show up sucks. That's the problem I had with Bull near the end before they left, because essentially it just wastes everyone's time. Like, if you're going to join a league, like, please join and, like, play the whole thing. At least do that, you know? I know White Clan dropped out, but that was due to Gyro getting really busy, and then because of the timing of the games, it was kind of hard to find someone else to actually lead their team, which was a bit of a shame. I do really miss White Clan being in the tournament, but looks like we are going to have Kiko going for a proxy factory here. Now, Proxy Factory is not very common these days. We do have the one base play still. Now, Keen is not going to go up for a scout here, but he is going to be able to see that there is no command center at the natural. So he should be thinking something might be up, but he's got no way of telling what it is. Now, if you're wondering about the location of this Proxy Factory, why here? A, it's buildable terrain, and B, on Sin Chupung Ryeong, there is a back door into your natural. It takes a very long time to get there, so it's not like on, well, even Neo Moonglaive has this as well, but in ZVP, for instance, it's not like a Zerg can go Hydras here, and then they like run around and go immediately down to this ramp, because you just can't get there quick enough. Oh my goodness, looks like Keen is going to scout around. He knows something funny is coming, and he is going to go and he will see the factory. But the factory is finished, so the factory is going to be able to build the first vulture. Can he get a sunken in time? The sunken's going to appear at the front, but that's not going to defend his mineral line if the vulture sits here, so he's going to have to be careful. He'll have to build some additional lings if he wants to make sure he holds on to this. The SCV gets into the main regardless. That's also a very, very good move. And look at this. This position is so good by Kiko. Really abusing the fact that Sunken is not in position here. And that's going to cut off some of these patches. And that is incredibly important for Terran. Now it looks like he's going to continue building vultures. The SCV in the main going to scout the fact there is no Spire just yet. But it looks like Keen is getting ready to build this in his natural. Now eventually, yeah, so the Spire's coming up. Eventually, if this is left long enough, the hatchery will die. So he does need to be careful. He does need to try and get some units. And looks like Lings is going to be the order of the day. Speed is almost done. But with perfect micro, if Kiko can bring the fancy level of Vulture micro here, he can kill all of those Lings. But we do have a Wraith coming in at the main as well. This is going to allow him to go for a little bit of help. He does need to be careful though. Has to keep an eye on these vultures. Not getting the patrol micro he needs really to keep these vultures alive. One does get away, but kind of okay micro so far. He's getting a little bit better here. No speed is done, so it does make it a little bit easier to do the micro. But the Wraith coming in, going to go for some of those Overlords if he can. Now one thing I'd like to see is Kiko send that Vulture back in here and just stop these drones mining, because while the Lings are busy, that would be very good. The first Overlord has gone down, but with the Spire finishing up, some Scourge are going to be able to come in here. Looks like the... oh, is he going to lose the factory? Oh, is the factory going to... well, the factory will eventually burn down if he's not careful. Still keeping this Vulture alive though. 5 kills, 6 kills on that Vulture. Nicely done. Will he get the 7th before it dies? Should do. No. Not going to pull that in. Vulture in the natural did go down. Did miss that, but not the biggest deal. He does still have those vultures. Still putting on pressure where he can. But the problem with these builds, I was going to say it before, is it's very micro-intensive. And also, it leads to very big issues as soon as the Muteless spawn. Because you are on one base. You are going to be in an awful position. He has no turrets just yet. They are not yet finished. The Muteless are on the way. And they are going to be flying towards your enemy. Now, the natural makeup on this map makes it very difficult for Terran. Mutalisks behind this ridge are impossible to deal with. And that's why I think Kiko wanted to go for a one-base play. He will get the drone. No, he doesn't. He's so close to getting the drone. But the factory is going to go down. It will keep the Mutelist busy, at least for the time being. Which is definitely a good move. Will allow him to build some additional turrets. But how do you transition from this? He doesn't have the infrastructure to go for that 8 minutes 30 handbang timing push where you go for 3 tanks and 2 vessels with a lot of Marine medic. He's only on 1 barracks. He's on 1 barracks. His academy isn't even done. He has no academy right now. All of the micro from Kiko, all of that damage he was doing has hurt his economy back at home. It's hurt his macro. And that is why everyone struggles with these kinds of plays. And this is why people like Fancy were so good. Because Fancy's micro, while macroing at the same time, was phenomenal. And that's why so many people can't... well, that's why a lot of people can't copy his style. Because it is so damn difficult. Everyone kind of copies Flash, but not perfectly, obviously. But they go for the kind of more slow and steady style of Flash where you just macro, and then kill your opponent with just a bunch of stuff. But the Terrans, I have a lot of respect for. The Terrans that can play those micro-heavy styles and still macro at the same time, because it's so unbelievably hard to do. The 9 years or so I played Brood War, no, more than that now. The 11 years or so I played, oh, this is a nice Irradiate, but the first vessel goes down. The vessel with the Irradiate energy does fall. He does, oh my god, he's actually going to group up his muters again. Oh, that was a misstep, but does look like he is going to be able to deal with this. But yeah, I spent so long trying to learn how to play like Fantasy, and if anything, it probably like handicapped me more than anything else, because I just wanted to micro. Micro is so fun. Playing Micro Terran is so fun as well, and the games are always super interesting. Now he does get the he does get the Overlord there with the vessel. Looks like, well, obviously Irradiate's done. He went for range first by the looks of it as well. So Stim gonna be coming up a little bit later. Oh, maybe he doesn't have range actually. Oh, the 2 medics out the front, does need to get those back. He doesn't want to lose those medics. He's got so few medic marine. And now we're really going to start to see the hurt coming in from Keen, I think, here. Kiko is alive. He does have a chance to come back. It is Terran, and it is Brood War. And he's got a lot of SCVs, so his SCV production has been very, very good. He just needs to expand, and that is the problem he's going to have. Because if these muters sweep in from behind, looks like the Scourge going to come in from behind as well. A lot of Lurkers going to be coming in here, which will definitely help put on the pressure, because they can come in behind, sit behind this cliff, and they will just about range these patches, if I remember correctly. It looks like, oh, the vessel going to get sniped. Oh! Vessel goes down, no Irradiate to be used there, and all of a sudden Kiko is set back even further. While it looks like Keen is pulling back a little bit here, Kiko slowly starting to move forward into the middle of the map. Can he get into a position to be able to force away these mules? Stim forced. Keen gonna back away. There's not that many medics. We do have an Irradiate coming in, but the vessel goes down. And oh, the Irradiate's doing so much damage. The 2 additional muters gonna go down. That was the money shot on that Irradiate there. You definitely don't want to be seeing that as a Terran player. But with no vessel, how do you deal with the Lurkers? No tanks either. He doesn't have a factory again. He's not going to be building his factory for a while either. Oh, he is. Sorry, I thought this was going to be another barracks. But yeah, looks like the Lurker's going to come in from behind here. An SCV perfectly placed to be able to see this at the very least. So he's going to be able to move back and perhaps defend against this. But this is a lot of Lurkers. He is going to be relying a lot on scan. And you can't push into that. And as long as he... Oh, he's going to use the cliff. I love this. There is a bunker here, though. This is a very well-placed bunker. I love it. Kiko's showing he's definitely played this map before, which is really, really good to see. You know what? I wonder if Kiko is one of the people who played on it. Did he just irradiate the full health one? Yeah, he did. Good. Okay, I was like, please tell me he didn't irradiate the half-damaged one, because that would be a little bit of a waste. But he's going to need a lot of Irradiates here. He's going to need a lot of tanks as well, and you can see there's no machine shop. Oh, you hate to see it. The Lurker's in range of the turret, and there's nothing that the bunker can do about this. But the bunker is going to stop the Lurkers coming any closer, and that is so, so important. Hive is on the way, and that gives Kiko time, because the second you're in this position, if the Zerg already has Hive and they've got Defilers walking up here, that is game over. As soon as you get Dark Swarm in your natural, there are ways back, but it is almost impossible. And that is something that we are not going to see, but we have a barracks coming up here in the middle of the map. He's not done with proxying just yet. And this is a very nice position with a barracks. If you build some firebats here, run around, go for the mineral line, you can get every single drone, and you can go over here as well. That is definitely a firebat area. Now it looks like we are... Oh, this is a very good move. The Marine's coming up at the perfect timing. Going to get into position. Snipes one of the Lurkers. But the other 3 are going to get away. And they're going to be in a position to defend. But their positioning isn't that good. If he can spread, he can definitely attack into this. He just needs to get all of his bio down here. And if he breaks those lurkers, there's not much else to defend. There are 5 more lurkers at the back here, but with no Defiler mound. Oh, this drop is very, very clever. He's going to pull the units away from the natural, and during that time, nice snipe on the first lurker. No, he doesn't get the kill, but the Marines are still alive in the main. He has to push forward. He has to go now. The Marine split, not the best so far, but he is still going to be able to push forward. He needs to go in with all of his units, though. He doesn't radiate there. I don't think I'd bother doing that. He should definitely push. He has to go now, though. As soon as these additional lurkers come down, he's not going to be able to break this base. But it looks like he's missed his opportunity. I don't think he realized just how little Keen actually had in defense. So, very lucky from Keen there. I think this base definitely could have gone down. We do finally have a tank up here. This lurker has only got 1 kill, but it is blocking both of these mineral patches. And oh my goodness, that was a little bit of a misstep there by Keen, sending out a lot of units to their death. He still does have the lurkers back home, but the vessel's still alive. 2 kills so far, getting the value. Very, very important to do that. But this lurker goes down at the back here, and Kiko is definitely in a much better position now. We'll see that we've got medics coming up with these Marines. Still no fire bats. There is a lurker back here, but Keen is still completely unaware that this is over here. So if we get enough units... Ooh, my button was held down there by accident, but here we go. Looks like we are going to have consume. Swarm is going to come in. And this is where things become very, very bad for Terran. Now, if he can get a vessel over here to irradiate that would be very good. But looks like he has irradiated the Defiler back at home. So one of the Defilers does go down. The Mule is still sat here not really doing anything, so not really sure what his plan is with those, but SCV looks like it's going to go in to tank some of those Lurker Spines. Can he go in and do that? Looks like we are going to have another push forward, another set of swarms, nicely done by Keen, going to allow him to take hold of this top area. We've got a vessel coming in, this is going to come in for that Lurker, and that's going to leave the third base completely undefended. And this is definitely a risky play here by our Zerg player. Only a single lurker down here. No. Okay, never mind. I was going to say no Nidus Canal over there just yet. But looks like enough Lings come in from enough angles to be able to take down that bio. But looks like we are going to have more bio coming in to reinforce this. The barracks is still not spotted. I just heard 2 medics die, but I've got no idea where they died. Ah, Kiko says, please pay attention to how I don't mind because of the bunker. The bunker is blocking his minerals. That is very unfortunate. I did not see that, but here we go. Looks like Marine's going to come in from behind. Can he get on top of this Defiler, get some damage done? Looks like he wants to come in from multiple angles again. We've got a lot of lurkers coming in from behind here, but that's not really going to help him too much. We've got a vessel up here. If he can vessel this Defiler, if he needs to irradiate the Defiler, but he's so busy pushing forward. The Zerg coming, or the Defiler going down. The Queen's Nest going to go down. The Natural is in a lot of trouble here, but at the same time, his Natural is being evacuated right now. So many SCVs, 52 SCVs on one base, where his main is mined out. And Kiko is in a very weird position right now. It's kind of hard to tell how this is going to go. A lot of Sunkens coming up here to defend the third. And Kiko is in a lot of trouble again. I thought Kiko was in a very good, very, very good position, but this single Defiler coming in with that Swarm has completely changed the outcome of this game. We have another Defiler going down to irradiate. We do have some Marines at the top of this ramp, but if he can get in and at least get the gas, that could be very good, but it's rough. Okay, this is actually good positioning. Nicely done. Gonna cut the Zerg off from his third gas. Very, very important to be able to do. We do have a lot of vessels up here. I think I'd like to see the vessels come back to try and deal with these units. Kiko is completely mined out. He is no longer mining, and he cannot build anything, so he has to break out of this somehow, and the only way you're going to break it is by bringing everything home and just trying to go for it. But looks like we're going to have the Marines trying to get away, get to the top of the ramp to at least try and block some of the units coming back to defend. And the two mutalists, while they weren't doing anything for a very, very long time, they are finally getting some use, but they are going to go down very, very quickly. We do have 2-1 upgrades against the 0-2, so no attack upgrades for our Zerg player whatsoever. Looks like the vessel's being used defensively still, keeping the lurker count lower. Now, distance mining is going to allow Kiko enough money to build a tank. Now, whether or not he's going to build a tank is another story, but he does need one, because he has to break these 4 lurkers and take his natural. If he does not take his natural, the game is over. We still have Keen on very few drones at his third base, very few drones at his natural, although I guess you could argue that this is technically fully saturated. 4th hatchery coming up in the main, no 4th base just yet. But Kiko has to break. He has to break the lurkers. Look how many kills they've got. 11, 4, 4, and 7. And oh my goodness, those spines. Oh, that was most of Kiko's army. I think Kiko is done. Kiko in chat definitely saying he's struggling a little bit in this game, and I think where the game has been so crazy, he's definitely a little bit flustered here. His units have to come home. He has to deal with the units that Keen has. He doesn't have any attacking units at the front anymore. I think the Lings are just going to end the game. If this fireback can get in the bunker, he has a chance. There's finally a tank up here, but I think it might be a little bit too late. Oh, one of the vessels goes down as well. Great move by Keen. Just making things very, very difficult. Tank has to survive here. That's the only option he has to come back. His only hope is that Keen is not mining very much. But as we know, he most certainly is. The tank in a lot of trouble. Oh, one of the Lings on top of the tank. Can he save the tank? The tank is going to go down. Oh, that was so close. He nearly got the lurkers, but I think this is going to be game over. I don't see a way back into this for Kiko anymore. His vessels are coming back home. He is going to be able to secure his natural again, but at what cost? He irradiates one of the lurkers. It's the one at the back. The second irradiate is not coming in. Why is there no second irradiate? Did he misclick? I think he may have misclicked and multi-irradiated one of the lurkers. Oh. In English, there is a term wounder. This is basically what this is. But there we go. SCV is going to secure the natural. And finally, we're going to see some... Oh no, 2 of the vessels go down. Oh, the vessels finally got back home. We do have a great irradiate on the only defiler, so he is going to be able to save his natural again. But that's definitely surplus to requirements here. Now there is still this barracks. If he can build some firebats. If he can build some firebats, I'm telling you, firebats coming into this mineral line, there's not much to defend them. But Kiko definitely a little bit flustered here. Lots has happened in this game. And when you get into this position as Terran, when you've not been mining forever and you're like, I want to stay in the game, I don't want to give up, that is when things get very, very difficult for you, because you know how far behind you are. Keen is banking 1.5k right now on 72 supply, and he is so obscenely ahead that it doesn't even matter. It does mean that Keen is going to maybe struggle a little bit more to kill Kiko than maybe he should have done. Oh, he's run out of scan. Oh, nice split though. I do like that split. That was a good split. Oh, there's so many lurkers. I think there's more lurkers than Marines. I think there is. Oh, he's going to turn around now and fight. He does get one of the lurkers. Can he get the second one? No, it doesn't look like he'll be able to. And the lurkers are getting on top of everything. Vessel goes down. GG. Kiko taps out. Keen wins game number 2. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with game number 3. Okay guys, welcome back. We're heading into game number 3. It's SoBang versus SCVFORCE. It's a TBT on New Sniper Ridge. We've had 3 of them so far. One of them was very, very good, and the other 2... Well, Koga versus Blue Green was good as well. But Lefe versus Hilka, I remember being a really bad game. It was super short. Very, very disappointing because I don't know if you guys were watching STPL back in Season 1. I know like a lot of you were that are here because you're all playing in it, and you have been since then. But basically, Terrans were like a rare commodity in Season 1. It was either White or Soul played a Terran, or Koga played, and that was basically it. Or Terra, I guess. Terra played a lot of games in Season 1. So, being able to see a TBT on this map is cool. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get into it. It's game number 3. Okay, starting us off down here in the bottom right hand corner. Fighting for pSi in the blue, it's SCVFORCE. Who is a new Terran to pSi, by the way. And starting us off in the bottom left hand corner, it's SoBang fighting for DM from South Korea in the red. Now I'm interested to see what these two Terrans' style are in TBT. TBT is a fun matchup. There's a lot of different ways you can play it. You can play it dropship heavy, you can play it... Well, you need siege lines anyway, but you can play it vulture heavy, you can play it wraith heavy. There really is like an infinite number of possibilities. In my opinion anyway. So I'm kind of hoping that we're going to see a good game here. Interestingly, SCVFORCE is going for a refinery first. Is he going for a 10-10-10? He is. He's going for a 10-10-10. This is one of the weirdest all-ins you can do in TBT. Where you build a barracks, you build a factory, and you build a starport, all on 10 supply. Barely anybody uses this now. Barely anyone. I have not seen this build in years. I am so excited to be able to see this again. It is a really weird and interesting build to get a one-up on your opponent. You'll see that by the time the barracks finishes, he's already going to have enough gas for a factory. He's going to go and build his depot at the front. He's probably going to wall in actually. Nope, not going to wall. Or is he going to wall in? Oh my god, he's going to proxy 2 factories. He's not doing a 10-10-10, he's doing a 10-10-10. Because there's no starport. It's going to be 2 factories in the middle of the map. And that is so weird. This is... You never see this. You never ever see this anymore. This is such a cool build to be able to see though. The game is going to be very quick whatever way it goes. But yeah, this is a fun build to watch. Look at it. 1, 2... 2 factories. Ha 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 ha. I guess it's the 10-10-2. 10-10... 10-20 maybe? Are we going to call it a 10-20? I guess that doesn't really make any sense. Let's just proxy 2 fact. You know what? You could build a factory in your base, but why would you do that? Let's go build 2 factories in the middle of the map. Let's go. This is like the next level strats. Now we do have a wall in at the front as well, which means the SCV is not going to be able to get in to see this. Now if you don't see this coming, you are not going to build the defense you need to be able to defend against this. But the trouble is, okay, SCVFORCE does have his, I was going to say he does have his depots up in time. I was like, does he have enough depots yet? But yes, he does. 2 vultures start immediately. And he is going to rally them towards his opponent. And luckily enough for him, he's going to get a first scout. The stars are aligning for SCVFORCE to win this game. And this is New Sniper Ridge, yep. One of my favorite maps. Was used in STPL Season 1. The Marines are going to push back the SCV, but the SCV is going to see there's no expansion. Going to see 2 naked Marines. And he is going to be feeling very, very good about himself because he is going to wait until there's 4 vultures. There is only going to be a single vulture at the top of the ramp with 2 Marines. This is going to be game over. You are not holding this. LML seeing finally a map we both like. Oh no! Oh, he come down the ramp. This is the worst possible situation. SCVFORCE has to push in. He's waiting for two more. Okay, waiting for two more vultures is overkill. There's only one vulture. There's no starport. There's no second factory. Oh, the factory's coming up. 6 vultures against 3 units. 2 of them are dead immediately. This is 100% game over. SCVFORCE pulled the wool over SoBang's eyes and takes a win for Bulgaria over South Korea. And takes his first win in the STPL as well. And keeps the hopes of pSi alive in the money match. GG. SoBang taps out. SCVFORCE wins game number 3. Back in just a couple of minutes.
Gentlemen, start your engine. Three, two, one, go!
Okay guys, welcome back. We're going to be heading into game number 4. It's going to be Twinkle fighting for DM versus Prase from pSi. It's going to be a TvZ, and it's going to be the first game on Outsider we have ever had in STPL history. So there we go. Finally getting this map in. I've wanted to see games on this map for a very long time. One of my favorite 3-player maps to play as well as to watch. And I'm hoping that we're going to get a good game here. To set us off on the SCPL with Outsider. Let's get into it. Game number 4. Prase is going to be playing for his life here as Twinkle is on match point. Okay, starting us off here in the top right-hand position, we do have in the yellow, fighting for DM, it's another one of their new Terrans. It's Twinkle. And his opponent spawning down here, well, I guess this is kind of here on the left, fighting in the white for pSi from Bulgaria, it's Prase. Oh. Okay, so let's see what we're going to have coming here. Obviously, it is a TvZ. Outsider could be quite difficult for Zerg against Terran, but there is the double gas bases in the corner. If you take those, you get 4 gases very, very quickly. And that gives you a very good position against Terran, of course. 4 gas against Terran is exactly what you want. Terran can also struggle to get a 3-player or a 3rd gas as well, so definitely could go either way here, I think. Get a 3-player. And I just turned on my YouTube stream because I forgot I was streaming there, so I wanted to make sure there was no one in chat. Yeah, the name Twinkle is very nice. I do like that myself. We've got a gas build coming in now. This is a wall. I don't believe this is link tight, if I remember correctly. Although I think if you build a factory here, it might be. Yeah, that might actually be the link tight wall. This is the bit I can't remember as link tight or not. It's been a long time since I played this map. Actually, I think it might be. I just remember playing this map and failing to wall in over and over again, so I remember the struggle. I remember the struggle of walling in on this map, so I'm on Twinkle's side here. Prase going for a spawning pool after his 12 hatch. Interesting, we've seen both Korean Terrans. They didn't host on top versus bottom. So we can either have white versus yellow or yellow versus yellow. White versus yellow for me because I've got an IPS monitor looks great. But yeah, for people without an IPS monitor, I kind of feel bad. Unfortunately, because it isn't like the main event, I'm not punishing people for doing non-top versus bottom, but I will mention it next time we do some money matches. We still have a lot of money to give away, so definitely going to get some more going. Oh, he's actually not going to go for the factory wall in, so I guess, yeah. Trouble is, if you go for the factory wall in, you can't build the machine shop in the best place, so... Kind of interested to see what Twinkle is going to do, though. He did continue mining gas continuously, so... we're gonna see a 2-port Wraith here, right? This has to be 2-port Wraith. Now, 2-port Wraith is incredibly good on this map. Much like on Sin Chupung Ryeong, there is a massive cliff behind the natural minerals. This makes it good for Zerg and Terran. It's very difficult for Zerg to be able to cover that mineral line, and the main base mineral line has a large area here where you can kind of bounce back and forth, which makes it very difficult for Spores or Hydras to really do anything. Now, we don't have a scout coming in from Prase, and the benefit of this map for Terran is because you don't necessarily need the second gas super early, you can expand here later, so it means the Zerg has much less information. Now, speed is coming in. Oh, is he actually going to go for a drop? Yeah, he's going to go for Vulture drop here. Now, that is very good. Vulture drop on this map is very, very fun to watch. Sniper drone gets the kill. Okay. Oh, it is a Wraith. Okay, so he's just going to run in the front with Vultures and build one... The thing is, if you've mined this much gas, I think it might be beneficial just to go 2-port anyway. Like, 2-port Wraith in this situation would have been so good. I mean, Twinkle... sorry, Prase doesn't... Oh, he doesn't have a Spire finished just yet. By the time the Spire finished, there would have been 3 Wraiths going towards his base, so we could have seen a lot of damage coming in, but... If he can use the Vultures... Well, he's going to use the Wraith to push away the Overlord. This is actually very clever. He's got... Okay, this is very clever. Use the Wraith to push away the Overlord, and then go for a Starport machine shop in what control tower immediately after and run the Vultures in. Now, if you can run past the Sunken, what defenses are going to have in the main? Absolutely nothing. Here we go, speed is done, 3 Vultures are on the way, or 4 Vultures even. Makes it even worse. Another Overlord is going to go down here. The Spire is still not finished. And is this over? Oh, the Lings aren't in a position to block the ramp either. Oh, one of the Vultures goes down, but 3 Vultures is enough to one-shot drones. What is his micro going to be like? The Vultures can sit on top of the high ground as well. There we go. He gets all of the Berglings here. Mutas are starting to spawn. Yeah, he needs to use the Vultures on the drones. Like, he has to set them up here. He has to kill as many drones as possible. He's only on 1 base. Oh my goodness, I think he's going to lose all of his Vultures without doing any more damage. And there we go. One of them's going to get away, but at what cost? Twinkle is very far behind now. He's got a lot of SCVs, but no second command center to back this up. He has an engineering bay, but once again, like we saw in Tousan versus Keen, essentially we've got a Terran on 1 base that can't really do anything. And yeah, I'm not Clark. I am Kix. But yeah, I'm alone on this cast. I usually cast solo. Oh, one of the Wraiths didn't cloak. But he does have cloak Wraiths, which are going to allow him to push back all of these Mutalisks. It's okay, man. I've not actually heard Quark speak, so I don't know how British his accent is, but I know he's been living in the US for a while, so he's probably got some, like, US-isms to his accent now. Trouble is, I've essentially forgotten how to speak English because I spend every day speaking like 8 hours of Japanese. So my English is really starting to get fucked up. I don't know what I'm saying anymore half the time. It's really bad. But there we go. Wraith's trying to come in, do some damage, keep the Muteless back as much as they can. The Wraith's gonna pull away, but imagine if, like, he's got so much gas. Imagine if he just had the second starport. Now, we are gonna see a handbang timing come in, I believe. No, it's gonna be too late. And he's not going for tanks either, he's going for more vultures, but... yeah, this is rough. Now, there's no Overlord here, so these Muteless coming in are just going to get killed by Cloaked Wraiths. So I'm not really sure about this one. Although one of the Wraiths is going to go down. He doesn't have enough energy to recloak. This one can cloak, but it will lose its cloak energy pretty fast, so he does need to be careful. Second base coming up. But there's no Marines in this bunker. So it's just one lone Wraith with very little energy against 6 Mutelisks. And that is not what you want. Oh, the Marines, are they going to be able to get in the bunker? If he can get in the bunker... oh my god, he does! Oh, one of them doesn't get in, though. This Wraith is doing way more damage than it should be. Where are the Overlords? Oh my god, if this Wraith could kill like 3 Muteless before it dies, that would be great. Nope, unfortunately not. But 2 of the Wraiths... oh, 2 of the Muteless very, very close to death. SCV's been pulled back into the main. Vulture production has stopped, but we do have some Vultures coming in, trying to get into the main base here. They've stopped on the ramp. Go! Go and do some damage. The Mutelisks, the only defense for Zerg, is on the other side of the map right now. Gets 2 drones. No! He doesn't get any drones. Well, he gets 2 now. Okay. Now, sit on the high ground and you can damage the drones. Like, you can definitely... yeah, there we go. There we go. Is he going to be able to kill any drones? He does get 1 additional... thank you, VIR, for the raid. 2 of the, what am I going to say? 2 of the Vultures go down there in the main. The Mutelisks are still alive, but 3 of them have died now. So we've just got 3 Muters left. 1 single Marine in the bunker is all that's keeping this base alive right now. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure that this is a safe base right now, but he is going to be able to come in and do some damage. We still have 4 barracks. Not really building anything right now, so does need to get on top of his production. Vessel production has started. Academy, though, is only just now coming up. Twinkle is so far behind. And that is definitely something you don't want to see as a Terran player, because... like, the one benefit Twinkle has is that Prase hasn't taken a 3rd base yet. If Prase had a 3rd base, this game would essentially be over. Now this Vulture has got 2 kills, so I can really imagine it's killed a couple of drones trying to go and take the 3rd. But look at this, so many Muters in the main base here. The SCVs have all been pulled away. There's no turrets in the main, at least not defending the mineral line. But luckily enough for him, Prase is going to sit his Muteless on top of the turrets, so going to get a little bit of extra damage done. Comsat coming on in. This is the kind of turrets you need to see, but they're just not numerous enough. Yeah, I do apologize if I sound a little bit off. It's been a very long time since I last casted. It's been... well, I casted once in May, and then before that, the last time I casted was in February. So I've basically not casted the last 5 months, which... it's a long time, given I spend, like, when STPL, the main season, is running, I spend like 7 hours a week casting, minimum. So it's kind of a bit of a shock to my system to go back to, like, not really casting for ages. It's been nice to have a break, but it is good to be here again. Good to be showing you guys some games, even if not many people have shown up today. One thing I have noticed is while I've been gone, BSL has just got like insanely big. Oh, nice irradiate, nice double irradiate. Actually doing a lot of damage here. The split's not very good. Oh my goodness, the irradiate does so much damage. Oh, that was juicy. So many Muteless died there in the making of that video. Looks like we are going to have a lot of Medic Marine push forward. Wait, where's Prase's units? Twinkle, there's no lurkers. What has Prase been asleep at the wheel? Where is his defense? Did he think he was too far ahead? GG, he's got nothing that can contest the bio. And Twinkle, in one fell swoop, ends the game. Wow, I was not expecting that. I thought Twinkle was way too far behind to win. But guess what? Terran's pretty good. Tesagi, am I right? But seriously though, how did he win that game? Where did Prase's units go? He had 1.7k gas. He just forgot to macro or something. I don't know. That is so weird. Unlucky for Prase. Well won for Twinkle. And that is going to give DM their first victory in these money matches. So they're going to get $20 coming their way. That's US dollars. So to have a look at the final score there, we did have Tousan taking on Michael in a fairly straightforward game number 1. Keen taking down Kiko in a very weird game number 2. Kiko was very far behind, kind of. I don't even know how to explain that game. That was a very weird one. SCVFORCE against SoBang going for a double proxy factory on 10 supply. The quickest possible 2 factor you can get in the middle of the map, taking down SoBang before he could even get started. And then we had Twinkle taking down Prase on... what map were we on? Outsider. Yeah, on Outsider. So we had an okay game for our first game on Outsider in the SCPL. That is going to be it for match number 1. We'll be back with match number 2. It's going to be another set of maps. We've got New Empire of the Sun, Benzene, Grand Line SE, Triathlon. And if we get to the ace match, I'll be Fighting Spirit. That's going to be Red versus aSh, culminating with the final game of Eriador versus Radley in game number 4. And then, of course, if we have an ace match after that, that will be there as well. That's going to be it for me for the next 5 minutes or so. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, calm my voice down, and turn the light on as well, because all of a sudden it's turned to night. And I'll see you guys when I get back.
Okay.
Rocket launcher. Heavy machine gun. Machine gun. Machine gun.
Okay guys, welcome back. We're going to be heading into set number 2. We have Red versus pSi. It's the Dodals against the team I miscapitalized at some point and now everyone gets it wrong. aSh. It's going to be a good matchup I think here. So rather than a TBT this matchup, we're going to have a PvP. If you like PvZ, this is a good series for you. We're going to have a PvP to start us off. We've got fischei versus Dreamer, Germany versus Russia. This is going to be an interesting battle of tradition. We're going to have MasterReY, not LML, Horotos versus SquaLL on Benzene. We're going to have a PvZ between rOuta and OctZerg on Grand Line SE. And then we're going to have a TvZ between Eriador, the Allfather, against Radley on Triathlon. So this is going to be a really, really sick matchup. I'm actually really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to that match so much. I just hope it's not going to end in like 5 minutes. Eriador versus Radley, the last time they played against each other was back in season 2. It was on Holy World SE. And yeah, the last series Zakrom had Circuit Breaker, right? I'm gonna come out and say this, and okay, these two teams didn't play in red versus blue either, top versus bottom either. But basically, it's got to the point where me putting in Fighting Spirit is weird, right? Fighting Spirit isn't around that much anymore. And I'm fine with that, because it means I can use it. No one plays on Fighting Spirit anymore other than on ladder, so it's like, oh, well, I'll put it in my tournament then. Cool, let's go. Although that's not true. I'm sure it's in like every other tournament. I've just not been paying attention. But the thing is, for the money matches, like, I want teams to sign up and play them. So to do that, I basically have to make sure that I put maps that people are actually going to sit and play. Because, yeah, people aren't going to sign up if it's 5 island maps. As sad as it is. I've used it. Okay, I've been a trendsetter. I've put ladder maps. Like, I've put maps in my tournament, and then the ladder starts, and they're in there as well. I'm a trendsetter, me. Like, happened with Hitchhiker. Happened with, like, happened with La Mancha. Yeah, happened with a load of stuff. Yeah, okay. Fighting Spirit is an ASL map as well, so there we go. Where are we? So let's have a look at the map we're going to be heading into. It is going to be New Empire of the Sun. The last PvP we had here was in 2018, May 27th, and it was DeWalt versus Yeti. I don't remember that game at all. It was over 3 years ago. So please forgive me, my knowledge is not that great, but this map, we only had three PvPs. They were relatively short, but TvZ on this map was a little bit one-sided. But let's get into it. Game number 1, fischei versus Dreamer. Okay, starting us off here in the top right-hand corner, we have fighting for red in the brown. It's fischei. Did I not turn the music on? No, I didn't. Starting us off down here in the bottom left-hand corner in the green, fighting for aSh, it's Dreamer. So a little bit of a kind of interesting insight into Dreamer as a player in the STPL. When Dreamer joined aSh, it was because MSG were in the tournament and they folded. Or I don't know if they folded or they just quit, I can't remember. But they didn't sign up again. And aSh at that point were really, really struggling. They didn't have like a roster that were willing to play all the time. They had a lot of inactivity problems. And Dreamer was really, after Dentag, like the first player that became a real mainstay for aSh. Like, he really put in work. And he did a very, very good job throughout his career in the STPL. Like, overall, he's played 38 games. And he's won 42% of them, and that is very impressive. Like, Dreamer has definitely been a very good addition to the roster of aSh. I mean, when you look at his previous games, there is very few times where he didn't play throughout season. Well, he didn't play much in season 4. He only played 2 games there, but in 3 games, sorry. No, 4 games. Wait, what? Have I completely forgotten what maps I had in season 4? I don't know. But either way, he's a very, very good player. He's played a lot of games for aSh now, and he was one of their first major sort of sticking points that kind of got used as a building block to build a very, very good team, because aSh are very strong right now. And they also have some very, very cool players. Like Saren's recently joined them, like the legendary French Terran. Looking forward to seeing his games when he eventually gets to play in the STPL. They've got Rhett on their team as well. Really, really cool. But yeah, Dentag and Dreamer, like the two of them really kind of started to turn aSh around, and then Hit 'em Up joined and he just made it even better. So I definitely think aSh have got a lot to thank Dreamer for. I'm not really sure whatever happened with MSJ, but I'm glad you did join aSh in the end, because your games for MSJ were fun as well. fischei, he has also kind of been a really big mainstay of Red. Like, he has been on Red since the start of the tournament. He's not played as many games as Dreamer as far as I'm aware. Let me just double check here. He's only played 22 games overall, and he has won 45% of them. Now, nearly half of fischei's games have been PvP, and that's actually the same for Dreamer as well. Both of them, they've just got a lot of PvP experience in the STPL. Like, I mean, throughout Season 1, 2, and 3, PvPs were basically like every other game, so I guess it makes sense. Like, Season 1 especially, Season 1 went on for 14 months, because it was set across 4 rounds. Each round was like 3 months with a gap in between. Like, I think the vast majority of Season 1 was all PvP. All of it. Like, getting a matchup that wasn't PvP was like, oh my goodness. Especially in round 1. And then a load of Zergs joined, so every game was PvZ. And then I was sitting there as a Terran player like, I don't understand PvZ at all. How am I supposed to cast this? And then eventually Terran started playing, and I saw enough PvP and enough PvZ that I actually started getting quite smart and knowing what I was looking at. Like, I completely had no idea what I was doing at the beginning. Like, that was a rough time. We've got a DT opening, by the way, for fischei. So fischei trying to pull the wool over Dreamer's eyes here, but is Dreamer going to be asleep at the wheel while dreaming? Or is he going to be awake? Is this a lucid dream? And is he going to be able to scout out the fact that fischei is going for Templar Archives? And is he going to go for Observers? Because if he doesn't go for Observers here, he is dead. The probe does not get in, but he sees no Nexus. He also sees something building at the front, and that is more than likely going to be a cannon. So, yep, the observatory is already on the way up. Dreamer should be perfectly safe here. I don't know if these were delayed. It feels like these are late. It's either that or Dreamer went for an incredibly fast obs. Dreamer did do it off of 2 gateways, but the robo was quite early, I think. Robo coming in, Reaver going to be coming up after this. But this DT is not going to be able to get in and do any damage. That is very, very unfortunate. And Dreamer, with the fact he's got the second Nexus up already, he's not had to build a cannon. He is going to be going further and further ahead the longer this game goes on. Now there is a chance that this Dreamer, this DT can get in, but not if he just runs in like that. He would have had to wait for the... Oh, misclick, but it doesn't matter. 2 more Dragoons spawn at the perfect timing. And now fischei is going to be in a lot of trouble. He almost got in. He could have done so much damage if it had got in, but unfortunately for him, 2 Dragoons spawned. And perfect macro. Gonna be in a good spot. Trouble gateway coming up. Storm is already on the way here for fischei. fischei is behind, but he's not out. One of the benefits of PvP is if you can get Storm, and if you can make a Storm drop work, you can still do so much damage. Now look at this, the DT trying to get in. He's like, I want to go up the ramp. Nope, not going up there. Doesn't attack anything, so he's not going to show that his DT is there, which is good for him because maybe he can sneak in a little bit later. Now there is a Reaver here. Is he going to build a second OBS? Yeah, so he will build a second OBS after he's built his shuttle. So he should have defense back at home when this DT can actually come into play. But that's going to be a while away, so hopefully nothing too much to worry about there. We got treble cannon. Cannon is very good because cannon keeps cannons together strong. Because like apes together strong, because cannons do a load of damage. When you're against a Reaver drop, cannons don't really do anything. Especially cannons at the front. Now, cannons at the front of course do stop Reaver pushes, or at least they delay them a little bit. But Reavers do technically outrange cannons, so as long as you get lucky and don't have your Reaver running into the cannons like I've seen happen. Someone actually lost a game on Great Barrier Reef in the STPL and complained because their Reaver was trying to go and shoot diagonally and it ran into some cannons and died. That was so sad. Oh my goodness. That was a rough game for that guy. I can't even remember who it was. I just remember them complaining in game. But this is a lot of units from Dreamer. He's got less probes, so that means his army's even bigger. The Storm is strong, so if he can Storm here... How many Storms does he have? He has 3 Storms. No, he's got 4 Storms, sorry. Oh, he's going to Storm the Reaver. The Reaver is going to be taken down. No, not just yet, but will be able to Storm again. But the cannons and Storm are basically all he has right now. Nice Storm on the Reaver again. The Reaver getting a hot pickup there. 1 Storm tick away from being killed. Gets the Storm, gets the Reaver. But he doesn't have any more units. He's got nothing to defend anymore. And there are Dragoons breaking into his main. And I think this is going to be game over, but the DT trying to get in here. Can he get past? There's a cannon in the natural now. Not going to fall for that. And Dreamer, I think, has just solidified his win here. Building 2 High Templar, very, very good. But not when you need units to defend. And I think this is going to be game over. He's going to try and valiantly hold on. Probe's going to come out and help try and fight. There are obviously 5 gateways here. If he can muster enough units... Probe's coming from the natural as well. He is taking this seriously. He does not want to lose. He knows that his opponent has 2 bases, but little does he know his probe count is actually smaller than his. Although now he is losing the probes to the Dragoons, that does mean he is going to be in a bit of a weird position. Does he split his probes properly to go back to mine? That is the question I have. Because he is going to have to go back and mine soon. But some more Dragoons being rallied up, but of course with fischei with additional gateways is going to be able to stave those off fairly easily. Although that's because it's not all of the Dragoons at the front. 2 chase and 3. I admire their confidence, but you should probably go back and get more units. And there we go, he does turn those around. Now there's no observatory here yet. Now it's finally coming up. But if we saw a Templar Archives already, looks like it's going to be a while away though, because the Citadel is still not done. DTs could have done a lot of damage as soon as those cannons went down. But we live and learn. Not always going to get what we want. Not going to get massive DT kills. fischei laying some pylons out in the middle of the map just to kind of keep an eye out for shuttle paths. Very, very nice to do that. I do wonder if he's going to go and try and hide a 3rd base, because a hidden 3rd base would be a very strong move. Dreamer looks like he actually wants to go and do that. He's going to go and expand towards the bottom right. This is an expansion you can take with a gas, so it's not that beneficial to go and expand down here. So I wonder if he's just going to build a pylon here as well. Looks like the probe going to go out and scout for the 3rd. Looks like he just wants to keep an eye on what's going on. Shuttle going to come around here on the right hand side. Pylon coming up, so it's not going to be a hidden 3rd. This is a lot of units here from Dreamer. I zoomed back in, but I may as well just zoom back out. Here we go. Looks like we are going to see him try and push in. The Reaver's at the front, though. The Storm not coming in. He needs Storm if he wants to hold this. But the Reaver's doing so much damage. I think this is going to be game over. Nice Storm on the Reaver. Does get one of the Reaver kills. But once again, he's just too low on units. He's too low on money. And too low on time to really be able to come back in this. I think this is going to be GG. His natural is broken. A Storm going down on the Reaver at the back, but that means all of these Dragoons with all of their hit points are completely fine. Probes and the natural going to start going down as well. Let's have a look at the supplies. Almost doubling his opponent now is Dreamer. And fischei is going to be forced to tap out here very, very shortly. Natural goes down. No units remaining. The Robo can't build anything. The only hope he would have is if he went mass DT and there was no form of detection. And guess what? There's actually no observer here, so mass DT, panic DT could have actually worked. But unfortunately, you don't know that's happening. GG, fischei taps out. We'll be back with game number 2 in just a couple of minutes.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure you'll find the things I'll teach ya. Sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, you'll get a lesson from teacher. Now kick,
Kick, kick, kick, kick, kick, kick.
punch,
Punch, punch, punch, punch, punch, punch.
jump,
Chop, 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 chop.
block.
Lock, lock,
Once
lock,
more
lock,
now,
lock.
kick,
Kick, kick, kick, kick, kick, kick, kick.
punch,
Punch, punch, punch, punch, punch, punch, punch.
jump,
Chop, 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 chop,
and
chop.
block.
Lock, 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 lock.
Don't get cocky, it's gonna get rocky. We're gonna move down to the next jockey. Now duck,
Duck, duck, duck, duck, duck, duck.
jump,
Jump, jump, jump, jump, jump, jump.
turn,
Turn, turn, turn, turn, turn, turn.
pause. Listen carefully, jump,
Jump, jump, jump, jump, jump, jump.
pause,
Ho, 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 ho. Duck, 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 duck,
and
duck.
turn.
Turn, 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 turn.
Yeah, I see you're getting better. Kick to the limit in order to get her now. Kick, punch,
Kick, 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 punch, 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 punch.
chop, block,
Chop, 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 lock, 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 lock.
chop, kick,
Chop, 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 kick, 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 kick.
punch, block.
Punch, 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 punch. Lock,
Gonna
lock,
get
lock, lock,
harder
lock.
now. Duck and jump,
Duck, jump, duck, jump, duck, jump, duck, jump, duck, jump, duck, jump, duck.
turn and pose.
Jump, 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 jump.
Duck and turn,
Duck, 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 jump, jump, duck, duck, jump, jump.
jump and pose.
Jump, 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 ho, 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 ho.
Come on now, why don't you follow my words because we're almost done. I'll make it easier first. I wanna see if you wanna see what it means to be the man with a master plan. Are you the man now? Here we go now. Kick, punch, block.
Kick, kick, kick. Punch, 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 punch. Block, 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 block.
Chop, kick, block.
Chop, 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 chop. Kick, 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 kick. Block, 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 block.
Block, turn and kick it.
Block, block, block. Turn, 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 turn. Kick, 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 kick.
Block, duck, punch.
Block, 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 block. Duck, 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 duck. Punch, 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 punch.
Duck, duck, turn.
Duck, 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 duck. Turn, 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 turn.
Jump, kick, chop.
Jump, jump, jump. Kick, 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 kick. Chop, 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 chop,
And
chop.
punch, punch, punch.
Punch, 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 punch.
That's it for today.
Okay guys, welcome back. We're heading into game number 2 of aSh versus Red, our second money match for today. We're going to be heading into Benzene. It's a ZVP coming up. Welcome to all the people that have come over from Diggity Stream. Thank you for the raid, man. This map has not appeared in the STPL since late 2018. A very long time ago we saw this map. The last ZVP we saw True Touch take down Naz's Beast in a 16-minute game. Cannot remember at all. 3 years ago. But it's kind of cool regardless. Benzene, a really, really great map. It's on the ladder now. It was used in some of the recent seasons of ASL, so hopefully you guys know it. I will see you guys. Let's get into game number 2. Okay, starting us off here in the top right hand corner in the red, or in the pink, fighting for red, we do have MasterReY from Germany. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom left, it's the legendary Zerg player from Macedonia in the orange, fighting for aSh, it's SquaLL. Wait, no, that's OctZerg I'm thinking of. It's the legendary Spanish Zerg player fighting for aSh, it's SquaLL. I got my players mixed up. OctZerg is playing in game number 3, you see. So I was getting ahead of myself. Now Benzene has actually led some very, very good PvZs. Admittedly, in the previous season of ASL, Benzene kind of had a lot of very, very quick PvZs on here, so kind of interested to see where this is going to go. Are we going to see a lurker contain? MasterReY is very good at being able to like push out of his base, so hopefully we'll get to see a nice long game here with a lot of back and forth. Obviously, so the one bad thing about PvZ, I do like PvZ a lot, but like early game ZVP kind of sucks. And so does mid-game ZVP. ZVP really starts to come into its own when both players can make it to the late game. That is when it gets really, really interesting. It's when it gets really fun. But just seeing Protoss players die to Hydras, or get contained to Lurkers and then get stuck, is definitely not something I want to see. And Protoss players dying to Lings only is rough. Eskier asked me, did I sign up for CPL? This time I did not sign up. Last time I signed up and I didn't play a single game, so I'm not gonna bother this time. I don't want to be a like burden. Because people kept trying to get me to play, and I was like, I really don't want to play. I like, as much as I love Brood War, I love watching it. I enjoy casting it as well when I eventually get into the swing of things again. Playing Brood War to me is kind of something that I think I've kind of graduated from, because it just makes me angry, you know? I like to say that I don't care about losing, but deep down I do, and it makes me really angry. But unlike Artosis, who gets like obscenely angry at his opponents who have done nothing wrong other than play the game, with me I just get angry at myself, so it's not healthy for me to play this game. Like, I'll still play it every once in a while, but like I'm not going to play CPL because it's just too much. But this is rough. There's only a single zealot here. Is this gateway going to go down? This cannon is not going to finish before the gateway dies. Oh my god, is he going to lose his gateway? No way is he going to lose the gateway. If he loses the gateway... Oh no, he lost his gateway! Oh no! Why didn't he pull his zealot out? MasterReY a little bit rough there. That was a very, very, very well-timed kill on that gateway. I have never seen 4 Lings kill a gateway like that before. Is this Jaedong? SquaLL coming in hot. He gets 2 probes as well. LML. Oh my god, I said LML. Oh no. It's history repeating itself. But you know what would be good? If SquaLL just went Ling speed and just Ling all in right now. Because there's no gateway. There's going to be no zealots back at home. There's not going to be any cannons. He's too busy to build cannons. 3rd probe goes down. Can he get a 4th? Can he get a 5th? Looks like he's going to try. This is so rough for MasterReY right now. Now SquaLL is going to go for a 3rd hatchery immediately at his 3rd base because he knows he's in a position where his opponent is not going to be attacking him for a very long time here. There's nothing in the natural whatsoever to defend. And Ling's speed has now finished up. I wanted a long game, but it looks like this is going to be a fast one, because if MasterReY can hold on to this, it would take a miracle. Because MasterReY, he is in a rough spot, but SquaLL's not attacking. Why is he not attacking? He's sending his Overlord in, but why is he not going in? What is he doing? Attack! He's so busy microing his 2 lings, like if he just A-moved in, he could kill the cannon and kill the natural. Oh no, MasterReY definitely getting a little bit beaten here, but SquaLL has got himself confused or something. I don't know what's going on here. Is this replay bugged? This replay must be bugged, right? Wait. What is happening? I don't think the replay is bugged because they're building stuff. SquaLL just over-microed those 2 lings. He could have killed MasterReY, but now there's going to be defense. Speed finished before Dreamer, so he already had speed. He had speed when he was running across the map. He just forgot to go in with his lings. He did get supply blocked, but that's even more of a reason to push in. Like, he's going to go in now, but he could have killed the natural before it even started, like before it finished. He's still going to get damage done. It's not the end of the world. But I don't know, maybe SquaLL wanted to give MasterReY a chance. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, the game's going to continue now because there's defense. There's going to be a cannon in the mineral line as well, which means the lings aren't going to be able to do anything once this finishes. And I mean, SquaLL is more comfortable, I think, the later the game goes on. But he could have just ended the game there and then. He definitely missed an opportunity there of greatness. Now a drone going to go out here, build a hatchery, immediately going to get it killed by Zealots. But it looks like the Zealots not going to focus fire down, going to pull back, try and defend themselves against these lings. Now MasterReY should have seen that some lings came in from behind him, so hopefully he should know that there's a base in the top left. But we can't guess anything, because you never know what's going on in Brood War. Anything can happen in this wonderful game. Looks like a probe gets in the main. Scouts, there's no Hydra Den yet, so he should know exactly what he's dealing with. But what's MasterReY's choices here? Where does he go from this situation? The first Corsair going to be used to kill the Overlord rather than Scout first of all, which means the Spire is going to finish, and there will be two Scourge to deal with the Corsair by the time it gets there. Oh no, he's going to lose his Gateway again. He's going to lose his Gateway again, isn't he? Oh no. There we go. MasterReY just doesn't want a Gateway. I don't want to build units, says MasterReY. As he just loses his Gateway again. And with no Gateway, this Citadel is not doing anything. He's only got one, he's not even got a Gateway right now. So he doesn't have many Zealots. He has 4 Zealots to his name. There's no point in building Zealot speed. I mean, surely he's going to, because he's got to spend his money somehow, but... Alright, finally we're getting the second Gateway come in. Oh, one of the Corsairs goes down as well. This is not looking good for MasterReY whatsoever. Eskia says if MasterReY is OG, he'll make a shuttle with a DT. That's all well and good, but when you've got no Gateway, how do you build a DT? You can't. This Corsair has got 2 Overlord kills so far. We'll get a 3rd one here as well. Just look at how weak this push is. This is 4 Zealots. Admittedly, it's going to tear through the lings that are here because he does have +1. But just imagine if there was 8 Zealots here. Well, he's going to get the Evo Chamber by the looks of it. This is actually a good pickoff if he can do it. He needs to focus fire it down though. Oh, is there going to be an... Oh my god, he's actually going to... He needs to kill it. Okay, Corsair goes down again. There's no reinforcements coming in, which means Ling should eventually clean this up, but he is going to kill the Evolution Chamber at the very least. Nicely done by MasterReY. Every little helps. That's going to block the attack upgrade, making the Hydras and Lings, well, the Hydras, sorry, a little bit less strong, and the Lurkers as well, moving forward. MasterReY actually did a decent bit of damage there. And just imagine that wouldn't have happened if SquaLL just A-moved with his Lings a little bit earlier. That's crazy. MasterReY has opened himself up a gateway, excuse the pun, back into this game. Third base coming up at the mineral only. This is probably one of the hardest bases for Protoss to defend normally. But SquaLL is playing the no Hydra challenge, so we don't actually have that many Hydras. We've only got 3 to his name at the moment. Oh, sorry, he's got a few more going up to help defend the top base, but this is a very weird looking CVP. You don't get CVPs like this every day. Storm is done, so MasterReY is pretty safe against mostly anything that SquaLL can throw at him for the time being, because there's not that many Hydras. But of course SquaLL is on 3 base. He's got his 4th hatchery done, or his 5th hatchery done, sorry. Are we going to have a 6th at the mineral only, or are we going to have a 6th up here at this gas base? Interested to see. We do finally have Overlord Speed coming in, which is a little bit late, but not the end of the world, because I don't think we have any additional Corsairs. The ones that have been built have died. Ling gonna come in and scout that this base is coming up, which should prompt SquaLL to be a little bit more aggressive. You basically don't want to let your Protoss opponent secure this base, because if they secure this base, they secure 2 of the most important areas on the map for Protoss. If you secure these bridges, that gives you a path down to taking a 3rd gas. And to defend that, you have to defend this high ground, which is difficult. But if you've got control of the bridges, you're not going to get Lurker contained. Because one of the strongest moves you can make on this map... Oh, the DT is going to go down. Okay, DT managed to get away. One of the strongest moves you can make as any race is you push in, you push over these bridges, and you block the 3rd. Now, if you block the 3rd, or if you kill the 3rd like that, you are stuck on 2 base, and there is no way you're leaving your base. Now, up on the high ground here, you can see this on SquaLL's base. There is this high ground with a power generator that you can break and break into your opponent's main, and you can also use it as a way to move your army out of your base, and this is what I love to see. Dark Archon, Maelstrom is a very good spell. And there are Mutalisks, so Maelstrom is exactly what he needs. Now he doesn't have any Corsairs, so these Mutas are going to be doing a lot of damage. They can kill cannons incredibly quickly. First cannon does go down. How much energy? I don't think this spawns with enough to Maelstrom, does it? But Archon coming up. The Mutalisk getting a lot of probes, going to even up the worker count. And SquaLL is actually going to pull ahead in supply as well. And when that happens as Protoss, you know you're in trouble. Oh, it looks like another... Oh, he's got so many... Oh, he's got so many storms on this High Templar. He can't lose it. No, he loses it without using any of his storms. That is a really bad loss for him. He needed that storm energy. But where is the Dark Archon? Is it coming in? No, no Dark Archon coming in just yet. Archon going to force this away. There is a DT kind of scouting around for any additional bases. Okay, the DTs there are actually a very good choice. Just stopping the Zerg from being able to expand for free. But where's the storms? He's not storming the Mutalisks. And this means these Mutalisks are going to come in and attack his mineral line. But very lucky cannon shots take out some of them heavily damaged Mutas, so that's going to be a little bit of a breath of relief. There's going to be a sigh of relief here on MasterRey's side. Lucky Noob saying he thinks MasterReY won the last time these two met on ladder. That's actually quite interesting. They've never actually met in STPL before, so kind of cool to see exactly what's going to happen. Who's going to take the first win? Who played in set 1? It was fischei versus Dreamer. A PvP. Dreamer did win that. Yeah, it looks like LML MasterReY kind of being left to his own devices a bit here, which means he is able to get a bigger army, and he's going to be able to push up to the high ground, secure his third base, and move to the bottom right to take his fourth here. But okay, the Mule's coming in. Where's the Maelstrom? Where's the Maelstrom? Where's the Maelstrom? No Maelstrom. He needs the Maelstrom. Where is it? Where is it? He's going to lose. Oh, there we go. Finally the Maelstrom. Nice Storm. Nicely done, but losing 2 High Templar for that. And he actually Maelstrom the High Templar under the storm, so the High Templar died as well. Oh, the Dark Archon needs to pull back. The Dark Archon's stuck. No, don't lose the Dark Archon. Why is it just stood there? No. I'm still choking. Sorry, guys. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I think I'm alive. Yeah, a little bit of spit went the wrong way, and I started choking. But looks like we are going to have SquaLL coming in from multiple angles here. Very nice, big army of Hydras coming in from the bottom side. I couldn't shoutcast the storms before because it broke my brain. Okay. The spilling of the apple juice was something completely different. That was so much worse. That took me like half hour to clean up or something. But SquaLL gonna push in, do a little bit of damage and pull back. Doesn't want to waste all of his Hydras. My voice is completely gone. Because I was coughing so long, but... looks like we are going to have Storm on the high ground. Only one Storm though, so not going to be able to hold on to this base most likely. Can he finish his cannons in time? Looks like not so far, so he is going to have to cancel this base. High Templar going to run away. Zealots coming in from behind. Now he cancelled all the cannons. So the Nexus is going to survive. Units coming in from... Oh my god, so many High Templar just died. I heard it, I didn't quite see it, but there we go.
Reporting for duty.
So thank you, G-Arcade. I'm not sure if that was Ped streaming, but thank you for the raid. Or the host, or... No, that was a raid. Cheers, guys. It's been a while since I've been streaming. Hopefully your stream went okay. Maybe it was Genual, because Genual also streams on their channel. But either way, it looks like we are going to have some lurkers get caught off guard in the middle of the map here. If he can kill those with some Storm, then we have a good position for MasterReY. But SquaLL is up to 5 bases now. His hive is on the way, and we are going to be getting to a late game, which is exactly what I wanted to see. But MasterReY is definitely at the disadvantage at the moment. Lurkers coming in. Lurkers absolutely shred all of these Zealots. The Nice Storm's going to help defend against these a little bit, but there's no Observer down here, so he can't actually deal with these. Cannon's not yet finished. He cancels all the cannons before even attempting to take the base. And the 4th base is going to go down, and that gives SquaLL a very, very good position. It's going to be so hard for LML to be able to come back from this. Or MasterReY even. Metaphysics asked me if I like the top 4 maps from Ox's contest. I can't actually remember what they are, but I seem to remember the one I really wanted to get through didn't, which was Terraform. But I think I like the other ones anyway. I just really wanted Terraform to be in, because Terraform looked really, really good. Okay, it looks like Hydra's on the high ground, gonna make this very difficult for this third base to mine. We've got a big push coming in from MasterReY, trying to take out some of these bases that SquaLL has. But he's gonna lose all of his mining. If these lurkers just move up, I suppose he's got the problem with the cannons there, but MasterReY is about to mine out. Now this is a very efficient trade here up at the front. We've got some High Templar running in here, which should be able to storm some of these lurkers. But he's not going to storm, he's going to lose his High Templar. He needs to use the storm, he doesn't. Now the base is going to go down. But at what cost? Look at how little money MasterReY has left. His main is almost gone, his natural is almost gone. And so is his third base. Where does he take a fourth? He has to secure this high ground again. Or kill SquaLL with this army. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think MasterReY have maybe hit the tipping point of not being able to come back here. He's got a lot of minerals, a lot of gas banked up. Now if he can storm... Oh, okay, storming the Hydras there wouldn't have been... I would have kind of preferred to see him try and storm the minerals, but... Not the biggest deal, but MasterReY is in a lot of trouble, because this Lurker has 15 kills. All of these probes mostly got taken down. All of the probes in the natural... oh my god, there's a lot of probes here. Oh my god, this is the luckiest lurker known to man. How many shots is that cannon gonna miss? Okay, MasterReY can't mine anymore. This is it. He cannot mine from any of those patches. He has to secure his high ground. Okay, we do have a storm, but that is a whiffed storm, doesn't really hit too much. Another good storm though, that's actually not too bad. Draw all of the Hydras into you with a bad storm and then go again. We'll take it. Now, he's not going to use his second storm for some reason, but... Storm the high temp, or storm the lurker. It looks like it's out of range. Okay, he is going to storm it, but once his zealots all get on top of it, which is a little bit unfortunate. We do have 3-1 upgrades against, let's have a look at what upgrades we have on the other side. We do have 2-1 and 1-1 for the melee. Consume is coming in. Now, the one problem that MasterReY is going to have is when Consume comes in, when you start getting plagued, that makes the situation from bad to worse as Protoss, especially if you don't have a third gas. And that third gas is going to be really rough for him to try and take. SquaLL getting in a position to try and block this. Those lurkers were definitely not burrowed in the most efficient spot. I mean, they were the most efficient for the storm to hit them all, but... Looks like MasterReY is going to secure his base in the right-hand side. I thought this was a DT in the mineral line, but it's actually an observer. Now, the fact there's an observer in the mineral line should mean a DT can get up there if he can. But it looks like MasterReY going to secure this bottom right-hand base, but the trouble is he's having to distance mine to be able to afford the Nexus. And SquaLL is going up for his 6th base. How does MasterReY come back here? People in chat, well, Lucky Noob in chat keeps saying LML and it's confusing the hell out of me. But there we go, looks like we are going to have MasterReY making one last stand. Can he survive long enough to create this base? With good storms like that he can. The Defiler gets taken down. There's a lot of Dragoons here, which means the Hydras aren't going to be able to do anything. But the Hydras can't kill the Zealots, so there we go. And it looks like MasterReY actually holds off SquaLL's army, so he is going to be able to expand. But a single Ling is blocking him expanding. Oh my goodness. You hate to see all these cannons doing absolutely nothing, but unfortunately that's PvZ for you. Now, MasterReY, if he can kill this 6 o'clock base, If he can get up here and kill this without losing his bottom right-hand base, he could actually still be in a winning position. 2 observers getting taken down though with Scourge. Nice play by SquaLL here. SquaLL definitely showing why he's so strong and how strong he is in the late game. The 4th base is going to be coming up here. But MasterReY is definitely on a timer, because this base is not going to last forever. He should be defending this area. If he defends here with his army, he can expand again. If he can expand again, then we've still got a game going. Oh, Link's coming in from behind. They're going to go for the Nexus. They don't care about anything. And there's nothing defending the Nexus. Oh my goodness, he's going to kill the Nexus before it can finish. Oh, this is an absolute worst situation for MasterReY to be in. He does save the Nexus, but the cannons go down. And for every moment that the units of Protoss get pulled back into his base, every moment MasterReY is further from victory. There's so many high template here, but they've got enough energy, but using all the Storm is going to be so difficult. But look at how many units SquaLL has now. He's getting close to 3/3 of, well, 3/4 of max supply. He's got so many Lurkers, he's got so many Lings. He doesn't even have that many Defilers. I don't even think he's got any Defilers. But the thing is, he doesn't even need them. He's in such a strong position. He doesn't need Swarm. He doesn't need Plague. He can just win by strength of numbers alone. Like, SquaLL being 50 supply ahead of a Protoss player is ridiculous. And that is why MasterReY is in so much trouble. Now, he is actually going to supply block SquaLL again. SquaLL getting supply blocked this much is a little bit unfortunate. He could be maxed by now. But MasterReY is in a really tough spot. Now, what I would like to see is a big drop on the main. SquaLL has absolutely no defense here whatsoever. Sorry, MasterReY. Essentially, the only hope that Ray has is to take this 5th base and pray that he gets the most value fights in the entirety of Brood War history. Because he cannot defend his bases and his main at the same time. He's going to not use the Storm, he's just going to go for Archons. Now, that isn't necessarily a bad idea when you've got a lot of Lings coming for you, but Storm is definitely good. 3-1 upgrades. Do we have any additional 2-2 for the melee, or 2-2 for the range, and 2-2 for the melee now as well? SquaLL is taking a base on MasterReY's side of the map, and that is when you know that things are dire as a Protoss player. He can do absolutely nothing about this. He's got no way of pushing into these Lurker fields, and SquaLL is just going to bleed MasterReY dry. MasterReY can stay in for as long as he wants. He's got 2 bases that are very heavy, high in minerals, because he took them so late. But I don't think he's got any realistic way of actually killing the units. And here we go. We're going to have a Defiler running in. This is just going to Plague. He doesn't need Swarm. Plague the units, run in and kill him. There we go. Plague on the first set of units here. Defiler going to pull back. Units getting pulled into the Lurkers. Another Plague is going to be coming as well. And that's rough. That is so rough for MasterReY. This is just so many units. This is 150 supply of army. This is what Zerg look like in the late game, and it is terrifying. There are so many units. It's so hard to control them. Yeah, it's rough. Custom use the Dodal is freed. You don't have to free it anymore. Look at this. Look. He doesn't need to do this. What is the point of swarming this? Like, there's no reason. He is just guaranteeing that his 5 Lings are going to kill the entire Protoss main. And GG, MasterReY knows he can't get up there to defend that. Nothing he can do. It's checkmate. SquaLL wins game number 2.
just as bad as you. What I had this morning, I don't even.
Okay, starting us off. Oh, sorry. What am I looking at? Completely the wrong thing. We are going to be going into game number 3. It's a PvZ again. It's going to be rOuta versus OctZerg, so red versus aSh. Now, it just reminded me I still need to fix this. And yeah, the temperature casting muse. Like, I tried to cast in summer last year, and it was awful. Like, I had no energy, and all my casts were, I'm sure, terrible, because I just couldn't concentrate. It was shit. Couldn't really swear in streams, but it was bad. It was bad. But yeah, people go on vacations and stuff. Yeah, I melted. I actually melted. But Grand Line SE, very fun map. ZVP, we've only had 4 of them in STPL history. This was back in Season 1. A very, very fun map to watch. Let's get into it. It's game number 3. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand corner in the pink, fighting for aSh, or fighting for red even. It's rOuta. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom left-hand corner in the green, fighting for aSh. It's OctZerg from Macedonia. rOuta, of course, is Finnish. I forgot to say that. He may be Finnish, but will he finish last in this game and give aSh the victory? Or will he get the win and keep Red's hopes alive? I think it's going to be rough for rOuta. OctZerg is one of the best Zerg players in the foreign scene at the moment. And just to kind of deviate from the game a second, vary isn't even a word, I don't think, in the English language. I have no idea. But Zakram asks, because I said in casting in the summer heat is a no-no, he said, I thought the UK was always cold. Well, last year we had a maximum temperature during the day of 37 degrees centigrade. 20 years ago, UK summer was like 22 degrees, and that was fine. It was hot, but it wasn't like melting hot. And then climate change happened. Yeah. And it's only going to go up from here as well, and that's the scary thing. Like, and this is for me in the UK is quite high on the northern hemisphere. Like, we're not in the danger zone. People by the equator, they are going to be seeing temperatures of like 60 degrees centigrade. They are going to have to migrate away from there. And where are they going to go? Like, what are they going to do? That is the scary thing, and the big thing kind of facing humanity over the next 100 years. I mean, just look at how bad the droughts are and everything in the west coast of America right now. It's really bad. Like, I saw the biggest reservoir in the US has got the lowest water level it's had in decades or years, I think ever, since it's become a reservoir. Like, it's really dangerous right now, and this is why we really need to start taking things seriously. Now, a drone does actually come up to scout, so drone gets in the main base, it will get taken down. Yeah, the UK temperature has become a very big problem. Oh, wait, what the hell? OctZerg is going for an all-in. Wait, what? What is it? What? What is OctZerg doing? Oh my god, he's gonna kill the cannon with drones. Is he gonna kill it? What the hell? No, these drones aren't gonna kill the cannon, right? Oh my god, they're gonna kill the cannon. The cannon is going to go down. 6 drones, 5 infiltrating drones killed the cannon, and now there's Lynx coming. OctZerg going with a very weird all-in here, because he is going to be very behind if rOuta can hold this off. What has OctZerg done? What was he smoking before this game? But now there's no cannon. There's nothing to defend the natural against the Lynx other than probes. The cannon isn't going to be able to finish. If it does, the Lynx are going to go in the main. And there's no probes mining. rOuta is not mining right now. Oh my goodness, I think OctZerg's done it. There's no way he can defend his main. He's gonna lose his main nexus. Oh my goodness. What on earth are we watching? Just as I said, the people running away from climate change will have to migrate north, rOuta is going to be migrating further south because his main is gone. This is it. Now, I don't think I've ever seen this happen in STPL history, so I don't even know how to cast this because... Lucky Noob, if you go far enough south, you get away from the heat again because you go towards the, what's it called? The South Pole. Yeah, rOuta is basically dead, but I really want to see if he can come back. Lings coming in from behind are going to get cleaned up eventually by the probes, but rOuta is still not really mining. Looks like aSh are going to take their win and take their second victory in the money matches. That's going to put their total up to $40. Really, really sick. If you want to help out the prize pool... wait, what is it? Is it this? Yeah, you can add 50 cents to the prize pool completely free, courtesy of our sponsors MasterReY, by entering the code shown in chat, Shinhan Show 1, to add 50% or 50 cents to prize pool completely free. Yeah, OctZerg is basically free to play this however the hell he wants now. It is going to be so hard for rOuta to come back here. One thing I've noticed is they're playing this on the, I think this is the IC Cup version they're playing on. Got that extra bit. On the non-IC Cup version, Terran can wall in on the natural, which is quite fun. I know a lot of Zerg players don't like that though. But either way, Lair coming on up. So OctZerg is going to, well, just going to macro behind this, but I mean, he is so far ahead, he could literally do whatever the hell he wants right now. And it's going to be, it's going to take a miracle for OctZerg to throw this game away. I cannot believe that he drilled the killer cannon with drones. I hope someone clipped that. I hope someone clipped that, guys. Because that was really awesome. But here we go. Looks like probably OctZerg going to run in with Lings and end the game. He's actually going to run into the main, but there's nothing up here. He even knows there's nothing up here. Why'd he bother going in here? I guess he's just going to kill the cannon. Or kill the pylon even. Yeah, Spire coming in. rOuta has nothing he can do against this. He's going to go for Stargate. If he can go 2 Stargate and OctZerg goes for like Mass Muta and he can somehow defend it, then maybe there's a way back. But I'm not seeing it. Probes being called to try and help, but rOuta definitely in a difficult position, losing more and more probes. GG. rOuta taps out. OctZerg wins game number 3. And that's going to give the win for aSh. But we're not done yet. We have the star game of today. Eriador versus Radley is coming up after this. Okay guys, welcome back. We are going to be heading into game number 4. It's Radley versus Eriador, the Ghost King versus the Allfather. This should be a good matchup. It's a TvZ. It's the first we've seen on Triathlon, and that's because basically in season 2 in season 1 when I put this map in the pool, there was like no Terran. So there we go. We're going to get into it. It's a TvZ between two of the coolest players in the foreign scene. Let's get into it. Okay, starting us off here in the top middle position, we do have fighting for aSh from Poland. It's aSh's Radley, the Ghost King himself. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right hand corner, fighting in the blue for red. It's Eriador from Norway. I nearly said Denmark. Oh my goodness, he's gonna hate me. I'm sorry, Drone. I had Avilov on my head, in my head for some reason. Okay, so TvZ on this map, we haven't got any in the SCPL to go on, so not really sure where this is going to go, but we have two of the most interesting players in the foreign scene in terms of build orders playing up against each other. Drone, historically, has been a random player since basically the dawn of vanilla StarCraft. And, yeah, Radley is a Terran player who likes using ghosts. And there's a reason why he's got the Ghost King, Ghost King monitor now. The interesting thing to realize about this matchup is while there's not been a TvZ on this matchup, Radley and Eriador have played before. They played on Neo Holy World. No, Holy World SE, sorry. Holy World SE. Yeah, Radley is the Wraith and Ghost guy, but Holy World SE they played. Eriador rushed Queens to get infested Terrans from the middle command center, and Radley killed it before he could and then won. Wait, did Radley win that game? Am I misremembering? Yeah, Radley won that game. Because basically all of Eriador's build was heading towards going for the command center in the middle, and they didn't get it, and then he didn't have enough defense to deal with the Marine medic that came from Radley, because Radley went for a very aggressive play to try and take out that command center in the middle of the map. So Radley going to be going for a fast expand here with gas. He actually went for gas after barracks, but well, this was a CC first, wasn't it? He went for CC first. Oh my goodness, how did I not realize? But we've got, he also went for CC first at the natural, where if you look at Eriador's bases, you actually have some invisible eggs, because there's a neutral arbiter here that blocks you from being able to just walk up here with units, but it's a completely hidden base, and it's completely safe in the early game. Like, what we'll do is I'll just reveal the map, because this is kind of the one weird thing. But underneath this arbiter is a bunch of Zerg eggs. You can't really select them all, but they're basically covering this path, so you can't push forward. There's a lot of different areas like this. You'll see there's minerals like this where you can walk through with a unit. And if you're a Protoss, you can mind control them, which is very, very good. Now Radley not actually going for the full wall in. Hi, you're up. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Okay, with this third hatchery up, Eriador is going to go into his lair, so he's going to be going for a 3-hatch muta play most likely here, but lurkers can also be used. Lurkers are actually very good at breaking down the eggs, so what you can actually do is push around and push through this arbiter and this arbiter as well, and go for like a side attack as well, but looks like, oh my god, the Lings actually run past the bunker, but the SCVs do stand strong. Only a single Ling does get through, but a couple of SCVs did go down in the what am I can't speak English anymore, guys. I'm so sorry. I have no idea how to word things anymore. I basically only use English while I'm working. Outside of work, I barely ever use English anymore. But yeah, basically only one Ling went, or only one Ling made it through is what I tried to say. That would have been useful information about a minute ago. But actually, Evolution Chamber coming up from Eriador, so Eriador is going to take us very quickly into the late game, I think, here. He's going for an Extractor. Spire is coming up, of course, so it is going to be a Muta build, but that early Evo Chamber, I mean, it could just be used... Oh, he's going to go for early Carapace, but I mean, it is good to go against this, against Radley, because he is very likely to go Wraiths, so you can kind of counteract the Wraiths, but I think Radley is actually going to go for a Valkyrie here. And I love it. You love to see it. He's going Mech. He is going Mech on Triathlon. Oh, so it's not going to be Valkyries, it's probably just going to be a Goliaths. Although he is going for the Starport with the Control Tower. Valkyrie's definitely a good unit to build against early Mutalisks. They're kind of the unit to have, but here we go. Here's an example. We do see the drone actually getting caught, so it doesn't get through to the minerals, but we did see the eggs come into view because he got vision over them. How did he get vision over them? Okay, that's confusing. I don't know how we got vision there because he didn't have any... He didn't have any vision, right? Yeah, there's no scan, so... I have no idea. But Radley is going to be able to take a third gas very, very quickly here. Now, the back base is good, but it's only 2,000 minerals, 2,000 gas good, so you do have to try and push out onto the map and take another one of these bases. If you can get this base down here, it's very strong, because it's very easy to defend. You've got two small chokes to be able to get into it, but where is the Valkyrie? The Valkyrie is not yet finished. The turrets are not yet finished. Bad timing here from Radley means Eriador is going to be able to get in and do a little bit of damage, but Radley pulling SCVs immediately. The Valkyrie coming out, doing a lot of damage to these Mutalisks actually. Eriador taking a little bit too long to pull away here. Yeah, no, the neutral arbiters don't cloak the drones, but the eggs appeared. And without vision, the eggs aren't supposed to appear, but two of the eggs did. They uncloaked for some reason. There's probably a bug in the replay. Wait, you had... Oh, the Overlord was close enough. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't think the Overlord was close enough. There we go. Okay, Engineering Bay goes down, so no more turrets are going to be built here by Radley, at least until he builds another Engineering Bay. The Arbiter has been taken down, so he is going to be able to take down these eggs to be able to expand over to the third base. Yeah, I know you only need to see the mineral field because you mineral walk through the eggs, but I just didn't understand why the eggs appeared for me, but it's because Eriador had an Overlord closer than I thought, so that's why. Now, the gap through here has been opened, so he's going to be able to get through and defend this base when he needs to. Given the fact he lost his engineering bay, there's not actually any turrets. Well, there's a couple of turrets there, but not really enough. And there's no additional engineering bay been built yet, so... Going to be relying entirely on Goliaths and this sole Valkyrie to be able to defend this base. And, of course, the one turret that's kind of defending the minerals. Oh, he gets the... Oh, he gets... Okay. Nicely done. He actually gets the... Oh my god, he gets the Scourge, but he's pulling back. No, the Valkyrie goes down. Oh. You hate to see it. I hate losing Valkyries. They look so cool. But he does do a load of damage to the Mutas, which are going to push those back. We've got two Hydras, which will eventually be able to break through these. They do have Carapace already. He's going into +2 Carapace immediately. I wonder if we're going to see a quick Hive. But this is what you love to see from Eriador. Look at those Queens. Queens against Mech is like one of the best units Zerg has. But queens are hard to use. So what do you need to do to make them, like, you need experience, right? If there's one player that plays Brood War, including the Korean scene, who has more experience with using queens than anyone else, it's probably Eriador. Eriador has been using queens for a very long time, and when he uses them, and uses them well, it's scary. He has like really cool like queen timing attacks he does against meching Terrans as well. Obviously we're not going to see that here, but he's just a really strong queen user, and you love to see it. You love it. Now, of course, Radley is no slouch himself. He's got better and better as the SCPL's gone on. He's streaming a lot of the time as well. Now, we do finally have the science facility coming in. Now, the important thing is he got an academy. Now, he did need scan, but academies also mean you can build ghosts. So hopefully we'll get to see some of those. Now, I believe Eriador may have shown off one of his queens. I think the SCV probably saw that go up there, so... I mean, the one thing is, Radley knows Eriador well. I think Eriador knows Radley very well as well. Now, Radley is actually going into ship weapons. Is he going for ship plating as well? No, he's going for ground weapons. So ship weapons is good for Valks, but there's not that many muteless anymore, so... What's he going to use this for? Oh, he's actually going mass Valks. Okay. Going mass Valks in this situation isn't necessarily bad. Valkyries completely shred queens, because queens have no armor, and they group up very, very close like this. But EMP is a little bit more... Well, killing the queens outright is better, and Irradiate isn't too bad with queens as well. But a good EMP can save your army. Now, the thing is, Eriador's good enough with using queens that he's not going to get all his queens EMP'd in one go. So I think that's why going for the kills on them might be a little bit better. Now the first queen getting ready to maybe go in and do a little bit of shenanigans here. Lots of units being pulled around through the middle of the map. Fourth base coming up for Eriador as well. This is only a 1000 gas base though, as it is in the middle of the map. And it's quite easy to hold on to as well. But it looks like Eriador's getting ready to push in here, and that is something that I'm interested to see how this is going to go. Looks like we do have a queen coming in from behind. No. Oh, Parasite coming in. Not many units here, but the Parasite is obviously going to allow him to see the units, because as you see, Parasite gives you vision. Now, when you get vision over the Terran army, it means you can clone your queens incredibly easily. And that is why you'll see that Radley is going to keep his Valkyries away from his units, because he doesn't want Eriador getting vision over these tanks. Now, did he notice he was Oh, he's going for Restore. I love Radley so much. But here we go. Looks like we are going to have a big drop coming into the top base. We do have a Broodling going down on something that was here. Looks like the Valkyrie is going to survive that was parasited, so hopefully we'll see that medic coming in. But he is going to save his base, which is super important. Here comes another Broodling. Where did the other two Valkyries go? Oh, they're still here. Okay. I want to keep an eye out for when this gets restored. But the third base is under a lot of fire here. A lot of Hydras have come in. It's going to be very difficult for him to be able to defend this base, and that is why he's going to pull it away. Infested Command Center. There we go. This is a game now. Now we've got the real game. I hope he makes Infested Terrans. And he's going to land. He's going to make Infested Terrans. Look at it. He's landed. Where's the build? Where is it? Parasite's still here. There's no... Oh, there's medics here now, so we should see a Restore. Look at it. Here we go. Restore going in. Not very often you get to see that. Infested Command Center still not being used, so we're not going to see anything too early. A nice load of kill. Well, a nice load of damage. But unfortunately, I think the Valkyrie that got restored died, so Radley is in a lot of trouble here. Radley is certainly not the kind of player to give up, but he has to repair this, otherwise it's gonna get yeah, okay, he's repaired it out of danger. Oh, he's building infested command center, infested Terrans now. This is a game. This is why this was the star match and why I wanted to save it till last. I didn't know if there was gonna be a base match after this, which we know there isn't. But I knew that these two players would bring something cool. And look at it. Look at this beautiful man. Look at him. I don't think I've ever looked at the infested Terran in remastered before. He looks so cool. What the hell? Whoops, I zoomed in way too far. But looks like we are going to have a lot of tanks here. A lot of the Hydras being taken down. This fourth base is going to go down. But look at this. So many Broodlings going to be coming out here. And there's nothing that Radley can do about this. There's so many dead tanks. There's absolutely nothing he could have done there. And the army of Radley just disintegrates into Broodlings. Now, you know the worst thing that Radley's going to have to deal with if an infested Terran pushes into this? That is insane. Look how much damage they do. They do 500 damage. 500 damage, everyone. That is insane. And it's AoE as well. It's AoE. Yes, 3 infested Terrans kill a command center. That's how good they are. They are ridiculous. They're just so expensive. And they run around so slowly that it can be a little bit of a pain. Now, weirdly enough, Radley hasn't tried to push this base. He's been focusing entirely on moving forward, trying to clear up the 4th base, the 4th gas from the Zerg. Because Eriador is only on 3 bases right now. And if you're only on 3 bases, building these infested Terrans, if they don't do anything, is a lot of gas you're not going to get back. Radley has the 4th base now. Radley may have lost his army, but he's still in a position where he can push. Now the Valkyrie's unfortunately not really doing anything to him. He stopped building infested Terrans now, maybe realizing, wait, I need the 4th gas. Apparently Lucky Noob said they don't kill a command center because it's not always 500 damage. Okay, Radley scanning around for other bases. He knows to check where Eriador is because he knows if Eriador is only on those 4 bases, he still has a chance. Oh, Eriador says if you use 3 infested versus 1 CC, it has 3 HP left, but it burns down quickly. Ah, apparently they can kill each other. I didn't realize infested Terrans did friendly fire damage. I don't think I've ever seen a situation where that's come into play. One of the queens goes down before it can Broodling, but another lot of queens getting ready to come in. We've got a lot of tanks here. They are pretty well spread. But look at how much devastation there is here. Now, Eriador, please use those infested Terrans. I've got to see it. Fourth base by Radley going to be lifted. Is that going to get infested as well? If it does, you hate to see it. The queens are coming in. The SCVs are coming in to repair. Can they repair it quick enough? Yes, he can. He's repairing it. No, it's not quick enough. And there we go. Another infested command center. Oh, damn. Radley is going to be feeling bad after this. But look at this. Infesteds in the Overlords. There's no anti-air. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so much damage. A tank, who cares? An infested, who cares? Look at it, just killing all the buildings. Oh my goodness, devastation. Absolute annihilation. Oh my goodness. Infested Terrans are so cool. But as a Terran player, I feel pain. I feel heavy pain right now. Now the funny thing is, infested Terrans can be really good against Terran, But they're even better against Protoss. Zero versus whoever it was on Holy World is probably one of the most insane ZVPs I have ever seen. The science facility is a... Oh, he needs to stop it. He does. Okay, he's going to be able to repair. He's going to be able to kill this base. But look at this. The Infestor's going to run in. Oh, it blows up. Oh, he gets the kill. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, the Zero versus Cal. Oh, my goodness. And here we go. The Queen's coming in. Broodlinging some more tanks. Another base is going to be taken down. That's going to be another command center. Man, Radley is like, I can't do this anymore. You must really enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah, that was... There we go. Lag plus spawn. Why is Radley complaining about the spawn? Okay, I don't know. A kind of jiggly wiggly game for me. GG, well played. But that was a great game. What a game to end this on. It's been a while since I've casted, but damn am I glad I got to cast that game. I'm hoping people clipped all of like the infests and stuff. Thank you SCP for the tier 1 sub.
STPL does.
We will probably be back in 2 weeks with some more casts. So I realize that it's been a while. I'm gonna try and do my drunk stream next week though. So hopefully, there we go. Yeah, hopefully we'll be. I'll be streaming some other games next week. So there's not gonna be a huge gap between me streaming again. Have a very, very good day. A very good. Oh wait, hold on. I am getting way ahead of myself. Like, why have I skipped all of the results and everything? But Eriador getting a win on the board for red, but the win, of course, goes to aSh at the end of the day. Let's have a look at the results. 3-1 victory for aSh. They're going to win their second money match, taking their victory prize pool up to $40 when it all gets paid out at the end. Eriador with a very valiant victory. Unfortunately, his teammates didn't have the same kind of... How do I even speak English anymore? Oh my goodness. I've forgotten, like, I need to open up a thesaurus or something. Like, they don't have the same resilience, so unfortunately they did get taken down by very strong play by Dreamer, SquaLL, and OctZerg. Eriador keeping the pride alive on Red's roster, winning over Radley. Getting his revenge for the game on Holy World SE as well, so... Eriador definitely going to be glad with that, I would imagine. That is going to be us for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors, MasterReY and Esport Fund. If you want to add 20 cents or 50 cents to the prize pool completely free for the money matches, click on that link in the chat, enter the code in the chat as well, and you can add that money courtesy of our sponsor, MasterReY, without any cost to you. You can sign in with like literally any account in the world as well, so please do go use that. We want to use all the codes because otherwise we're just throwing away free money. And that would mean less money going to the players as well. So, once again, thank you for tuning in. I realize it was a little bit all last minute, and it's all been very kind of slapdash, I guess, today. But I've had fun. Hopefully you guys had fun as well. I will see you guys next time. If you're watching this, you're watching... If you're watching this, you're watching the STPL. Hopefully you've been enjoying what you've seen so far. If you want to help me make more STPL content to bring more tournaments to you, please support us on Patreon, which you can find up here. And also, there's so many different things you can get through Patreon. One of the main and one of the easiest ones to get is, of course, access to all of the replays of the STPL so far. We've had some amazing games, such as some of the games you can see just over here.